Bunge la Wananchi. Bunge la Wananchi. I'll proceed to read the formal statement before fellow leaders can make their off-cup remarks. Bunge la Mwananchi welcomes and wholeheartedly applauds the recent move by His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto to form a panel tasked with addressing compensation, reparation, restitution, and justice for victims of police brutality across the country. This initiative marks a historic and courageous step towards acknowledging the suffering of countless innocent Kenyans whose lives have been devastated by unlawful police violence. For decades, victims and their families have waited in vain for justice. The President's bold action sends a powerful signal that the government is finally ready to confront this painful chapter and offer meaningful redress. We are, however, deeply concerned by the recent court petition that seeks to oppose the formation of this very important panel. The order by Justice Kizito Magare to suspend its operations is not only a setback to the process of truth, justice, and reconciliation, but also a grave injustice to the victims and families who have already waited for too long. The petition was filed in a Kerugoya court. It is ironical, very ironical. Let it be clear, this court case is purely political and intended to block compensation, reparation, and deny justice and delay justice for victims. It is an affront to accountability and a threat to the spirit of constitutionalism and human rights. Bunge la Wananchi stands in solidarity with all victims and their affected families. We call on the judiciary to consider the broader public interest and the constitutional imperative to promote human rights, dignity, and social justice. We also urge civil society, human rights defenders, and all Kenyans of goodwill to resist any attempts to derail this process. This is not a political issue. It is a moral one. The lives lost and the property damaged are more silence than delay. They demand justice, dignity, and reparations. We have equally noted the recent uproar surrounding the appointment of Law Society of Kenya President, Madam Faith Odhiambo, to the panel tasked with overseeing the compensation of victims of police brutality, a critical national process initiated by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya. We express our unequivocal support for Madam Faith Odhiambo, a distinguished advocate and human rights defender whose track record speaks volume about her commitment to justice, rule of law, and the protection of vulnerable in the society. Our inclusion on the panel is not a betrayal to the legal fraternity, but a bold move that ensures the voice of the people, especially victims of demonstrations, is well represented by someone who understands both the law and the lived experiences of Kenyans. To the esteemed members of Law Society of Kenya, we urge reflection and responsibility. At a time when our nation needs moral clarity and legal integrity, attacking a leader for choosing to be part of a solution undermines the very values the LSK purports to defend. Bunge la Mwananchi stands with all victims of police brutality across the country. We also stand with those willing to fight for them within official systems. Faith Odhiambo is one such person. She needs our support. Let us not reduce her courageous acceptance of this role to petty politics. Instead, let us unite behind the panel and ensure that justice is not only spoken about in courtrooms, but delivered to the streets where blood was shed. Bunge la Wananchi! Bunge la Wananchi!